Hello everyone, I'm doing a demonstration of how you can use uh, iPad app or iPhone app called Biodigital Human 3D Anatomy Experience. As you can see here up on the left side there, the actual version for the full version is $11.99, but there is a lot to offer with just the basic version. The first thing you'll need to have is a Gmail account in order to sign up and use the app. This can also be used on uh, any normal computer and is very accessible these days, especially with most people owning an iPhone or an iPad, and a lot of schools have iPads. So you can use this with just your students or as a demonstration for the class, because it can also convert onto a projector screen. So we'll get started with so I've searched for Biodigital and this came up. So we can open the app itself. First thing it'll do is bring you to a different screen than this. I've already signed up with my Gmail account, but this is the main account listing. So as you can see, I have my Gmail account listed up there. It'll ask you a few simple questions like your user type, I've chosen teacher for K-12, and your institution. You can also choose groups, and you can also upgrade to the higher level site. You can also log out from here, and we're ready to move on. So the main thing would be to browse. Now, the one thing with the free version, and there's a couple glitches in the system that you need to be aware of. A lot of times when you modify your interests up here, it will give you the list, and you can choose as many as you like, save them, and the list should come up involving all those recommended for you, as it says up there. But needless to say, not every app is perfect, but this does offer some really great things. All you can need to do is they have some setup options ahead of time. Now this can be just strictly featured anatomy. Now with the basic version, a lot of them will say that they're locked, but there are some very important ones that we do cover in a health unit, like the female reproductive system tour or the male reproductive system tour, and those ones are free and easy to download. So if we were to choose one of them, it would simply just have to click on it, and you'll see that the taskbar is loading, and it doesn't take all that long. As long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, you're good to go. So after a few moments, it's downloaded, and you'll see, and normally for your first download, it'll pop up saying, go to My Human to see your categories. I also have muscular system downloaded and running mechanics. So for example, if I wanted to watch one of these, you click on them, and here's the running mechanics. Now there's some features along the bottom and at the top here that you need to become aware of. Along the bottom, it has an info portion. So that will pop up and on and off at the top. So this is a visualization of the human skeleton and leg muscles while running. Now, some important things for using an iPad or an iPhone are the tools that you have, which are your fingers. So here, we can simply rotate the skeleton. There's a little option in the bottom right corner called locked. If you unlock it, you can also get different views of the skeleton. I prefer to keep it locked so that it's in one plane, especially for the running one. If you want to just slide over, use two fingers, and you can fully move over, up, down, move it around, keeping it in the middle, ready to go. So you can keep going like this, and there's some other neat features. You can turn off the info once you're done seeing that, so it opens up more area. This little thing will just keep going until you pause it, or you can resume it playing again. Doesn't matter. So some of the options that you have along the bottom here are views. So you can see it. This is in the standard view. You can also choose X-ray. Okay. You can also, while in standard view, highlight a muscle, go into view, and isolate. And you can see how that muscle works individually. and also put in the x-ray so you know where it works in proportion to the rest of the human body. You can deselect it by just tapping off to the side. I'm going to pause this for now. So say you wanted to really zoom in on an aspect of the muscles. Simply use 2 fingers and enlarge the screen. You can do the same and make it smaller. And then while you're in here, you can easily select certain muscle groups, and all of these have different information listed above them. So on here, this is the gluteus maximus muscle, and it's all referenced with Wikipedia, which means if you hit read more, it takes you directly to the Wikipedia site where there's so much more information to follow through on. So many more pictures and also external links and references. Simply close this and you're back in here. You can turn that off. You can zoom out, zoom in. You can resume running. And there's another neat feature. While if you're zoomed in and you click on a certain muscle, you can also dissect it. So you can dissect certain bones, muscles, to see how this works, how the leg works, and you can undo certain aspects. So now if I'm playing it, I get to see what specific muscles are doing because now they're out of the way. I've left one leg fully covered, so as a reference guide. So the other aspect too is if you pause it and you wanted to highlight something or do some manual drawings on there, there's another tool down here, drawing tool. It'll take you to a different screen, but you have some options along the bottom again. So there's the actual drawing tool or the size tool, and you can choose your color. For this case, I'll choose green, and you can highlight certain areas. You can show and you can get them to trace. You can pick out certain muscles, and you can simply just undo all those portions. Or you can reset the image. If you've drawn a whole bunch on here, reset it and you can start it again. So you can cancel that, go simply around here, it's locked. You can also search for other ones. Another neat feature is that this is a quiz. So the quiz portion at the bottom right will ask you a few simple aspects. So you can choose easy or hard. I'm going to choose easy. And the amount of questions that you would like to answer. And it's going to ask you some questions about the human body. It may not be related to exactly what you're going through there, but it'll still allow you to manipulate the skeleton to answer it. So this one would be the left humerus. Submit. It's correct. Now you can zoom in, zoom out, so that you have a better understanding of what they're asking. So there's 4 options there, and this is very advanced stuff. So this will be for those students that are really ahead of the game, really know their anatomy, or really trying to push themselves, or if they just want to try it out. So, if you're incorrect, it does give you the correct answer along the bottom. You can simply go next. It'll bring up the next question. So you can zoom out, you can check around. This is where the dissect tool really comes in handy, because if kids have already played around with it a bit, they might have seen some of these muscles before. So you can answer around, you can zoom out. Some of them are so tiny that it's ingrained in there, and you have to really zoom in and zoom out to really be able to tell what this is. And some of these kids won't know what a lot of these are. And that's okay, but that's going to really push them to figure it out. And you can rotate around. Some questions are fairly easy and some are really hard. This is the easy section, and some of the questions are very difficult. So it gives you your total score. So good job, you scored 4 out of 5. You can do a quiz again, or you can challenge a friend, in which case you can invite somebody to challenge. If not, you can just close it, and you can reset to the beginning. So Once it's while locked, you can go here. And that's pretty much it for this. If you want, you can share the running mechanics up on through a message. If you're on your phone, you can copy the link, you can save an image, or you can email it, upload it to Twitter, Facebook, any collaborative document. In that case, that's a nice thing about having the Gmail account connected to it. Mail, you can go between Hotmail or Gmail. So once you've gone through all these, info, views, dissection, drawing tool, you can reset, you can also search, and this will give you all the major aspects involved with the lower body and all the running motions. And you can search by letter or by individual piece. So if you were to click on the left fifth rib, it highlights it for you. If you were to take the left femur, highlights it for you. So it's a good test, and you can simply just unlock, reset, and it takes you back to the start. Nice thing about this is you can also add different portions. So there's so many uses for this. Is you can go by systems. A lot of the systems are all free to download. So that includes the female whole body, the male whole body, muscular strength, and it doesn't take long for them to actually download. And all of them will be saved in the My Human portion. So if you browse, you can continue to look through a lot of these bones, joints, and muscles. A lot of these ones will be locked, but a few of them are unlocked. So it's some pretty interesting stuff. It's kind of an unlimited resource at times because of the options you can use it for. The health unit would be very, very good to use. So I've already had this one saved, but it is right there. This is the male reproductive system. So if you were to go in here, it doesn't take too long to load the next one, and you can click through and it'll highlight the major aspects of the system. So along the top, you can simply click up here in the top right corner, different systems, and going all the way back. And it'll give you cross-section views of it too. So if you were to click on certain aspects, it gives you the information. And once again, you can read more about it. You can still dissect, you can still change everything, you can highlight certain options. It's a really interesting tool to inform students, or just for them to explore and do research for themselves. And you can have them record using their phone or work collaboratively and upload the document to social media of some kind. And once again, you can go premium, you can buy updated versions, but the free version does have a lot to offer. You can change a lot of your settings here, pretty standard. Once again, you can change your account settings, but the major thing is you can browse through all the different systems. You can also be featured in a community and create and look through ones. So this will take you back to the last saved option, and you can turn the info on and off. It's pretty easy to go back and go into My Human, and this automatically records everything for you and keeps running tally. You can edit and delete any of these ones if you're getting too many, or you can add more at the same time. Thanks for watching. I hope you can utilize this application, whether it be with your iPad, iPhone, or on the web. Main thing is to get the students involved in any way possible. Thank you.